Friends, good evening. I have already covered a lot of topics in technical analysis that will help you in trading. I will just let you know what I covered. You can go through the videos which I uploaded for your learning purposes or education purposes. I have covered first stock selection criteria, how to enter and exit in stock, then physiology of a trader and good quality of a trader, then candles, then pattern, then technical analysis, then I have shown you how to use indicator in investing.com site. What are the indicator you can use? If you are comfortable with other indicators also, you can try. If you are a new trader, I will request you do paper trading 3-4 months with very small of amount, then you see your result, then start with very little amount, 5000 to 1000 rupees, then get your success rate, then you will be trader in years. You can't be a trader in months. In psychology, I already told you, out of 100% only 5% become good trader and 95% fails. Because of these 95% failures, 5% get the money. So now I am going to cover next topic, which is really important, which is the backbone of technical analysis. Technical analysis will tell you three things. Please remember: price, open interest, and value. We must focus on these three things only. Price means candles, volume, how many people has bought, how many people had sold, open interest, that I will let you know. That is a different topic, and I will let you know sometime, maybe in a week's or month time, how you can read open interest, how you can use open interest in your trading and make accuracy more and more. Power of support and resistance. Stock market backbone is demand and supply, or support and resistance. There is a tug of war between buyers and seller. Sometime buyer will win, sometime sellers will win. If buyers are dominating, share will go up. If seller will dominate, then share will go down. Most of the traders tend to ignore importance of support resistance because they do not know what the wave like movement of market is actually the creation of support and resistance. When a price hits a major resistance for the first time, it will most probably move down first due to repulsion of that level. It will then attempt to break the resistance level again, and once it manages to break through, the old resistance will become new support level, and new resistance will be created. You will find a price always comes back to test the new support level before it moves further up. Such action contributes to the formation of wave in your trading chart. Therefore, a trader, you must be able to identify which are major support and resistance. With this level identified, you will able to know where to enter trade. This is really important. Where to place your stop loss and where to place your profit. Enter a support level, put a stop loss, and take a profit before resistance. Just wait, then again see. I am showing this support resistance graph. You can understand that you see in the diagram, stock is up, then again going down, it created a new support, then again push back, is created a resistance, then again down, then push by support, then new resistance, then again. So these kind of way any stocks creating support and resistance. Normally in trading there are 3 resistance and 3 supports. Support we are saying as a support level 1, support level 2, support level 3. Resistance are resistance level 1, resistance level 2, resistance level 3. We say as R1, R2, R3 as resistance, S1, S2, S3 as a support. Next is the Fibonacci indicator. Normally traders don't normally intraday trader don't use this indicator. This indicator has been derived by Elliott wave theory, and Elliott wave theory has been derived by Dow theory. Dow theory is the basic principle of technical analysis. More and more refined Dow theory version is Elliott wave theory. Then we seen some possible combinations, best combinations, and then Fibonacci, some levels has been created. That level is stock touches always. So by using that we can be benefited on that. So Fibonacci indicator is commonly used by institutional traders. Therefore, the level of support and resistance created by indicator is more sufficient or more significant. These levels never fails. The Fibonacci indicator have 2 versions. One is Fibonacci retracement and another is Fibonacci extension. All you need to know is to drag the indicator from top to bottom of the wave. You will able to select which retracement and which extension level you want to show. This you can try in your investing.com. You put a right click, just see the option and you can test it sometime. Based on my trading experience, retracement level like 0.382, 0.500 and 0.618 have more power than the all other retracement level. So you can use these three retracement level. As for extension, it depends upon the retracement. If the price hit 0.382 retracement level, the price will actually stop at the 1.272 extension level. You see, this has been drawn Fibonacci. You can try it. It is clear from diagram. 0.382 retracement, then 0.500, then 0.61, then again it moves. These are possibilities to go. If the price hits 0.50, 0.618 retracement level, then the price will usually stop at 1.5 or 1.618 level. However, you are able to find level of multiple Fibonacci. The specific level you will be where you are going to enter trade. This has been used by institutional traders. I mean to say FIIs or big mutual fund companies or insurance companies which are buying in millions and billions, which are investing in any company. So accuracy of Fibonacci is highly recommended. Please do not correlate with Fibonacci and support resistance. Both things are different. You see in the pivot point, you will see sometimes you will in Zerodha you will get a pivot point indicator that you can use. This is also used by institutional trader. Similar to Fibonacci, support and resistance level has been created by pivot point, serve as a strong level of support and resistance. For pivot point, you can plot a daily pivot, weekly pivot, monthly pivot on the same chart. You can change the time frame daily, weekly, monthly, and you will get it. Do note that the power of monthly pivot is larger than the weekly pivot, and the power of weekly pivot is also larger than the daily pivot. So next thing is trend lines. How you can draw a trend line? You should know very basic. You don't to go in too much detail. You just know how to draw it. By trend line, you can know whether a stock is in uptrend or downtrend. That is your basic purpose. Some experts are doing trading only with the trend line and indicator. Some are doing trading with only candles. Some traders are using indicator and candles. So there are various ways of doing trading in a stock market. So there are two trend lines. One is uptrend, another is downtrend. For drawing downtrend, you require minimum two peaks. Peaks are required to draw the downtrend line. When you draw it when market is in downtrend, you can draw a uptrend line. Minimum two peak throws are required. When the market is in downtrend, you connect peaks with the line and that forms your downtrend line. When you are awaiting for this price to come back and touches the line, this could be a downswing will start and it may be best to enter short trade with a stop loss. The use of reversal candlestick as a trade confirmation is highly recommended with this. If you get any bearish candle on the trend line, always use the stop loss. When market is uptrend, connect to throws and you have upward trend lines. When your prices comes to touch it later, you have potential buy setup. I personally recommend that you have a bullish reversal candlestick as a signal for executing a buy or long trades. So this is recommendation or suggestion. If price breaks the first trend line, still it has to head second and third trend line. You have to always, once trend line is broken, you have to draw another trend line. The method I already told you, two peaks and two throws. You have to practice a lot to draw a trend line on live chart. There are couple of things you should know when trend line get intersected. The first is that it could mean that trend has changed. The second is that it could be a false break and the price will hit back to original direction. If trend line gets broken, you need to see that you can draw another trend line above or below that one that broken. There can be two or more downtrend line or more upward trend line at any chart, any time frame. You can use different trend lines. You can see in this diagram. In first diagram you see there is a downtrend line. You just see stock is going up and just it is going down. I used two peaks and drawn a trend line. You see stock is not touching trend line. When it touches, then I put a short trade with a stop loss. If I get bearish candle, then it will be a better trade for me. Then the next, you see that bullish trend line. You see a buy point. You can buy inner circles also trend line and just see. So you here see in this diagram, you see we got a dozy on uptrend line, then see a big fall. So sometimes candles also does not work, so we must focus on the price also along while playing. Next diagram you can see that one candle has been formed, spinning top. Then you see or bearish Rami. Then the second you see on the second outer trend line we see a shooting star and stock is going down and down. So this is what I told you. You have to make the practice, do more and more practice. So I covered three things today: power of support resistance, then Fibonacci indicator. Fibonacci can be used on daily chart for swing traders. It is not really useful in intraday stocks, but some of the stocks it works very well. Some stocks it doesn't work. So you have to use a lot of permutations and combinations for the Fibonacci. Then pivot points are already told. Trend line. For trend line I will request you should use larger time frame. And you can draw a trend line 1 hour and 4 hour. Do not use trend line in half an hour. This will not be really useful for you. So you can use 1 hour, 4 hour, and you can use in the trading. Do more and more practice. Please do intraday trading once you get the proper knowledge, or you take trainings also from NSE certified person or institute. Just in a stock market there are so many people, they claim that they are expert but they don't have any degree, they do not know anything. They got some material on YouTube or Google and they tell 3-4 things, and they are earning because they are doing trading last 8-10 years and they know some of strategies. Please don't trust them. Take proper training from NSE or recommended institute, then do a paper trading, then you learn more and more. Please remember, to be a good intraday traders can take years, and always short of knowledge is very risky. An intraday trader, anyone can lose 30% capital or gain 30% capital. So again I request you to learn more and more, do paper trades, get the confidence, start with a small amount of money, ask the qualification of trainer. He must have an SE certification, otherwise there is no use of taking training. He can show you profit, but it is not really important. You know, some of doctors, they don't have any degree, but they are very good doctor in small villages and towns without having any knowledge. So you can see a mechanic can be a good mechanic, but he cannot be engineer. So all have different kind of a skill. You must identify a skill and take. Just go ahead, and please be careful while doing intraday trading. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.